We have sound.
We do.
We do. Hi, guys. It's Kevin and Frank from Cruising with Wheels.
Hey!
Welcome to another live chat. We're so glad that you've joined us. I see that there are quite a few people in the chat.
Early bird.
Now, we did start early. We have 37 people right now in the chat. I just want to preface everything. I want to let everybody know that I'll be looking down if I have to type. I'm in control of said devices while we are chatting. I will mute my phone. So sorry about that. And Frank will be looking at some notes. We have all of our notes ready, and we should start off by saying hi to everybody, yes?
Hello!
So we already were speaking with a few people, so hello to everybody. I'll grab a few people out of the chat. Tom Y is here. Hi, Tom. Robert Brandt, Tracy Dunlap, Paul Wilgus, Dan Duncan, Candy Thompson, Karen Carter. Hi, Vanessa Wyndham.
Hello!
Tara Portlance. Tony Wilson. Oh, Amanda Cust. I hope that's how you pronounce your last name, Amanda. Amanda Cust was the first person to make it here today. So congratulations on being first. We want to remind everybody to give us thumbs up. Let's talk about that for a second. We really weren't going to talk about this, but I wanted to let everybody know, everybody's been really concerned with the trolls that we've been having lately.
It's the thumbs up, thumbs down dilemma.
Right. So, pretty much, we have figured out how...
Oh, that Bonnie, what you doing?
Oh, thank you, Bonnie. Bonnie just gave us a super chat. Yay, Bonnie! Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Wait.
Anyways, we have figured out how to remove people from live stream chat and the live stream. So don't worry. If you see a troll, message us. Make sure you do @CruisingWithWheels so it draws to our attention, and we will remove them. Also, but a lot of you were concerned with our vlog that we did the other day. Right?
Oh, yeah, there was a little bit of a bloop.
Well, I don't know if it's a bloop.
A bloop,
well,
a blip.
I wasn't speaking specifically to the whale one, but that is a good point. We should bring that up.
People were commenting, when did that come out? Did
Right.
I miss something?
So we do you remember what episode it was?
It was Thursday's episode 15.
Thursday's episode 15.
That got the little blippy.
It was I can't remember the name of it.
It was the actual whales in the water.
Right. So something happened with YouTube, and nobody got a notification that we had a video that day.
Right, which was kind of the best one because it showed those beautiful, graceful whales in the water while we were on the boat.
So if you haven't had a chance yet to check out that episode, it is entitled A Whale of a Tale, episode 15 of our NCL Bliss vlogs, and it's all our whale watching excursion. Right. Now, what I was referring to when I said we had a lot of people reaching out to us the other day, it was when we did when we released episode 16, Cruising the Sawyer Glacier. Mm-hmm. And everyone was very concerned with why people were thumbs downing us.
I even commented on Facebook. I'm like, 6 people have thumbs down this video. Who would thumbs down the beautiful, majestic wonders of the Sawyer Glacier in Alaska? That's crazy.
So we figured out that we have a few trolls, and they're really trying to get us down, but we're not going to let them. Hi, Gavin Till,
and
Gavin.
That's right, because Gavin had off today. Yay!
Well, I don't know if Gavin took off specifically to be here.
Well, he told me he was off. He was excited that he was going to be off, whether he took it off or not.
But Gavin is from the UK, and he'll be sailing. Gavin and James will be sailing with us on the group cruise. So we're not going to go into detail about the group cruise today.
Right.
If you're interested, there is a link in the description of this live stream. And you can reach out to us at our email address. If you are interested, the group cruise is still going on. There's been a lot of
chitter chatter
and banter about what's going to happen with that. But Darina was nervous about the seals in our whale video.
Why?
She said she loved it, and she was nervous about the seals.
Why? Do seals make you nervous? What?
No, when they were you were taking the footage.
Oh, when they were on the ice float.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's okay. They're sea creatures.
They are sea creatures.
They were very happy, I'm sure.
Better than we would.
I was concerned that they might be hungry. Anyways, I see Marsha is here.
I was surprised
Marsha.
I got such good footage from the observation lounge, from inside the ship with glass in front of us,
right?
Through the windows, and I was trying to zoom as best I could. It was the same while we were on the whale watch on the boat. Kevin was outside on deck with his cell phone. I was in the boat, in my wheelchair at the window with the video cam, and I didn't know whether I was getting good footage or not. I hoped I was, and I was trying to zoom in as best I could once we saw the whales.
Oh, thank you, Robert. Robert Brandt gave us a super chat. Thank you.
Oh, and
we give you thumbs up.
And P.S. back to Bonnie. Bonnie, the babies are here in the kitchen with us.
Yes.
Cece and Delilah are in their beds on the floor right next to us.
Now, who asked? Oh, it was Matt Burns. Matt Burns in the chat asked if it's cold because I'm wearing a sweater. It is not cold. It is it's like 98 degrees out.
It's humid out. When I open to get the door open to get the babies outside, it is oppressive.
Right. So, but our equipment runs a little better when it's cooler in the house for live streams.
Crank that air up.
So we have our air conditioning up, and I am freezing. I have my socks on. I have my cuddly pajama bottoms. I have a blanket, my sweater, and I also have a cup of hot coffee to warm me up.
It's winter time.
I know, but I'm cold. So, anyways, what does James Ellis saying over here? Little James always has some things to say. Let's see. Any interaction on YouTube is good for your algorithm for them disliking the post. That's right. So that's
exactly what we were going to talk about.
So we just wanted to say, if those haters are in this room that keep giving us thumbs down,
sure,
I want to say thank you, because I don't know, I think we're at like 9 or 10 thumbs down at this point. It just means, and they keep going to all of our other videos and thumbs downing them, but that just means that they're giving us an extra view, and they're moving us up in the ranking.
Right.
So, thumbs
down, thumbs up.
Don't
matter.
Right. If you legitimately don't like our video, I'm sorry. But if you were just doing it to irritate me, it actually makes me happy.
Yeah, we're happy.
So I'll take a thumbs up and I'll take a thumbs down, but we prefer thumbs up. Wanda says that I am like her.
Well,
keep the house cool.
We have the fan on in the bedroom when we go to sleep at night. Well, I have to have it. And there's, discussions. I've seen a lot of discussions on Facebook. Do you sleep with the fan on at night? Yes, I do. The fan is on. It's on the dresser. And yeah, I need to hear the noise. I need to actually feel the breeze and movement, but I need to hear the noise. I'm a city boy, and I'm used to city noises.
Thanks,
and it's
DG.
just quiet. It's just way too quiet. And I have to have sound.
So DG said not to worry about the haters, that we have a great channel. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. You guys have a great channel too. And we just, for a while there we got down because we were having so many negative comments and such a visceral reaction
oh my God.
to one of the videos we did, and I'm not going to mention it. We're done talking about him. I'm not giving him any more airtime. So let's get to the topic right now of what I need some sounds also. Yes. Okay, Robert. I like it quiet. I've learned to deal with the fan.
Not me.
But we're going to get right to the topic, the first topic that we thought we'd talk about today. We've had many, many people ask us lately about price drops, how to handle them, when to handle them, what to do about them, what do you do? Right? So
I don't know. I'm with everybody out there. I don't know. What do you do?
Well, the first thing is it's going to depend on. I'm going to preface everything by saying that all the information we're going to give you right now about price drops is current as of today at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on August 5th of 2018. And because this will be saved to replay, and anybody that's watching this, if something's changed, I'm sure they'll call me out on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with that. But we got a very interesting question about a price drop. Actually, a few about a price drop that were happening. They were going away in like 30 days, and the price had gone down like $400.
Everybody wants a price drop. Everyone's looking.
So the first bit of information that we have for you about price drops and cruising is it's going to depend on the cruise line you're sailing. Everybody's policies are different.
That's true.
Everybody's has different price fares involved. So I will give you an example of that. Carnival has different fare codes. They have like a 55 plus fare code. They have the early saver fare code. I'm not 55 plus. Don't be pointing at me. They have early saver. They have, I can't remember the other rates. I don't know what's the matter with me. But anyways,
well, right
the
here.
only fare that comes with a price guarantee on Carnival is early saver. So if you're concerned about price drops and you're going on Carnival, make sure you book early saver. And if you're on any other line, you want to make sure that the fare code you're booking is eligible for price drops. Right?
Sure.
So typically, the lines all across the board typically will give you a price match, usually 48 hours from booking. Now, usually how they handle it, we found in most cases, is they'll give you onboard credit. But that shouldn't be a big concern, in my opinion. What the big concern is what? Never pay for your cruise in full.
Yeah, wait till the last minute.
So, you all know that we're going on the getaway. You all know that we budget. We've budgeted. We have the money set aside to make our payments, but we never make the payment. Usually we make payments, but this time we just kind of set it aside. And we're waiting until the last day to make that payment in case the price drops. You do have to think about some things, though, because sometimes, right, it's not always about the price.
Yeah, that's true.
So what might be, Frank?
It's about all those perks and benefits that you got when you originally booked it. And so,
right.
I mean, all of us, we've booked the Encore for 2020. That's a long way away. And let's say it was a regular cruise. It wasn't part of any group thing. But let's say you got a lot of perks and stuff. Mm-hmm. Now all of a sudden, you're 6 months away from sailing or 4 months and you haven't made that final payment. And guess what? You found a price drop.
Wow. Sometimes if you'd be able to cancel, right? You'd cancel it and rebook the rooms to get the price drop. That's how they kind of handle it. But when you do that, you're getting the current perks, not the ones that you booked a year ago or a year and a half ago. So you really have to sit down and think about is it going to be worth it?
Right.
Okay, so that most of the times, since we book so far in advance, we have found that it rarely is worth it. Rarely. Now, don't get me wrong. There have been instances in 2013 when we were on the Victory where there were quite a few price drops, but we didn't really have any perks with the cruise.
At that time, we were like, well, you know what? Take the price drop because, whatever change there might be in benefits or perks, no biggie, ready to go for the price drop.
Right.
So you really kind of have to weigh the price drop with the benefits and perks of when you originally booked to what you're getting now.
Right. So,
and a lot of people don't know that.
Right, exactly.
They just think, oh, I'm going to get that extra $200, off of this price drop, and I get to keep my 5 package benefits from over a year ago when I originally booked on Black Friday super duper special. Well,
exactly.
Guess what? There's no super duper special going on now.
Now, there are a few ways that you can monitor your pricing, and I will put the links. I didn't have time before we started to put them in the description below, but I'll put them in the description when I save this to replay. But there are, 4 kind of basic, a few basic, I should say.
Who's coming in? Oh, is that Robert?
Robert gave us a super chat. Thank you, Robert. So what I was saying is there are a few ways that you can monitor your price drops, okay, what the price of the cruise is. So kind of the first thing is that you can check the price yourself. You can drive yourself absolutely crazy and every day go online and do a mock booking. But the biggest mistake people make about checking the prices is they do not do a mock booking of the exact category that they're in.
That's another issue.
And I say category, right? Not cabin type.
Right.
Because
I'm like, but it's a balcony. And he's like, what category balcony? Is it
exactly.
And there's like,
is it a B1, a B2, a B3, a BC, a BD, a BA?
I'm like, I don't know, it's a balcony. But people like me don't realize there's different categories. And it is based on category.
It's based on category. And you can go through all of that mock booking process. I personally don't like to do that, and I don't worry about it. Once we book, we're done. I don't care. If I was happy with the price when I booked it, I'm going to be happy when we leave as long as I don't look at the prices again. Right?
Nobody wants buyer's remorse.
Right. So the next thing that you can do if you want to monitor price drops is there is a website called cruisefish.net. Now, cruisefish.net has this awesome way of automating the whole price drops for your cruise, okay? So you just have to go there, and they do charge. It's 99 cents. However, the standard person that usually goes through the process of monitoring your price drops, yeah, we'll get to that. He's pointing out what Katie Hyslop said. That's the next one. So, thumbs up there, Katie. The average person that is looking for their price drops, if they booked their cruise 6 months prior to sailing, okay, and they checked every day and did their mock booking, based on 2 minutes a day, they would be wasting 4.5 hours approximately checking price drops, where they could do it for you for 99 cents. The next way you can do it is just like Katie pointed out. The app Shipmate, and if you're not familiar with it, it's a great app. You should download it. It's available for Apple's and Android products. They have an app that you can connect with other cruisers. You can chat about your cruise. You can meet other people that are going to be on your ship. Excuse me. They have a price drop alert feature within the app, and it's free.
Free!
If you do not have a cell phone,
because
you're going to ask that question, right, Frank?
I don't have a cell phone.
So you can go to their parent company, which is cruiseline.com, I think it's .com. Yes, cruiseline.com. And you can do it online. And it is still free.
Can you download it to a tablet?
You can download Shipmate to a tablet. It is, would depend on what tablet it would be as to where you would look for the app. If it is an Apple iPad, you would go to the Apple, the App Store, I think it's called. And, oops, Siri's listening to me now.
Congratulations, Karen. She got a price drop on the Valor.
And watch our Valor videos. We have Valor videos. And if you are on an Android product, then you would go in the Google Play Store. And the final way that you can monitor price drops
Hi, Robert and Bridget.
If you have a good travel agent, right?
Oh, yeah. Always good to have a good one.
We've gotten phone calls before or emails from Donna, our agent.
Donna Bay.
Thank you, Darlene.
Oh,
Darlene gave us a super chat. Super chat! Woo, woo! But unfortunately, we haven't found them to be useful for us, right? Because not only do we take into account the perks that we might get, but we also take into account onboard credit, which a lot of people don't think about. They think about, I'm going to get this price drop. The price is going to be better. I want a better price, right?
I know I do.
Well, no, you don't. Because if we took a price drop on the current cruise that we're on now, which it did drop, okay?
Right. We would lose all those huge things we got.
Right. So on our current NC, I'm going to give you guys an example now. I'm going to break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down. I can't. I'm not a beatboxer. Anyways, I'm going to break it down. So on our NCL Getaway cruise, it was about $2,500, okay? If, at the time, if we had booked a balcony, which, guess what we did? If we booked a balcony, we got free specialty dining. We got free drinks package. We got free internet. We got a free shore excursion in every port. And we could have opted for the third or fourth guest sail free, but that's not going to happen. Nobody's going to be in our cabin.
No.
So, when the price dropped, we got a phone call for, and we also got I think we got $100 onboard credit.
Yes, there was credit. Yeah.
So, when Donna called us, she said, the price dropped. And it went down significantly. It went down like $300-400. Okay? So I said, wow, it went down. We should do it, right?
Yeah.
And then I found out that we wouldn't get all the perks.
Oh.
We wouldn't get the onboard credit.
Oh.
So since we wouldn't get the perks, we would be losing like $1,500 worth of perks.
Right.
So
because not only did we have specialty dining, but combined that perk of specialty dining with our NCL Latitude reward specialty dining, we've got like 5 specialty dinners for the week. So we're kind of covered on the 7-day cruise pretty much. And then, the unlimited beverage package. And so it's
that's huge for me.
Well, yeah, for him it would be.
Well, but,
For me, it doesn't matter.
Well, but you can get all the virgin drinks. Anyways, I want to let everybody know about the possibility of also canceling your cruise and rebooking it after final payment, because all of what we've been discussing is prior to final payment. So there actually is a method in my head of figuring out whether it's worth it or not, right? And it all comes down to Frank's favorite thing. And what would that be? You know what that is? Math.
Oh,
Math never changes.
That's right. Math rules the world, people.
So
it is constant and forever.
So we know that, where did that piece of paper go?
I don't know. Yes, we have done a balcony before. We had a beautiful cabin on the Gem. It was a huge, huge room, beautiful balcony. But because of what we do with Cruising with Wheels, we don't spend time in the cabin.
Yeah.
Because not only are we trying to be regular cruisers and enjoy ourselves, but we're all over the ship, everywhere filming. So, for us, a balcony is no big deal. But for this particular cruise on the Getaway,
it was a good deal.
It was a good deal
So
for the balcony to get all the perks. So we opted for the balcony, but normally we wouldn't.
So when I was saying after the cruise, I found the piece of paper that had it on there.
Oh, thank God.
After your final payment, you could do a price drop even still. You just have to do the math and figure it out. So for example.
Math.
Right. So for example.
Math major.
For example. Shut up. Let's say that you're between 90 and 75 days prior to your sailing date. Okay? There's a cancellation fee involved, right?
Oh,
so let's say you paid $1,000 for your cruise, and you'd be getting, you'd have to pay a 25% penalty. So you'd have to figure that out, which would be $250, bringing the return amount of money to you $750, right? $750. Let's say now $250. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, right? But let's say that the new price for the cruise is $650. So now you're saving $100.
Right.
So you just have to do the math and figure it out.
You do what we do, which is get it all written down, get it all on paper, and evaluate one column versus the other column.
Now, sometimes with some of the cruise lines, you can negotiate after final payment. So you could say, gee, I booked this cruise and it cost us $2,000 for this cruise, and now it's only costing $1,000. And they know you can't cancel, right? But you could threaten to cancel, and you could also ask for an upgrade. Gee, can you give me an upgrade instead of lowering my price? And we found that a lot of times they'll work with you. Yeah. That being said, if you're handicapped,
that's a problem.
Right. You have to book the cabin that you want from the get-go.
Right, because that is the biggest problem for us, I'm sure many of you, is that we all know there's a limited amount of handicap-accessible cabins. So, just like we talked about in previous videos, when we get the upgrade letter, well, that's all well and good, and we'd love to upgrade to a balcony or a mini suite or whatever, but it has to be handicap accessible. It's worthless to us.
Now, keep in mind that I want everybody to rethink what the cruise is like, the cabins. Okay, everybody thinks that everybody should be paying the same price, but if you're booking that cabin and you're holding it up for a year and a half, right? They're giving you a better price. They know. They figured out what they need to get for that whole cruise ship, right? And they don't want to sail with empty cabins.
No.
So that's why you see the prices go like this, because they're trying to fill it up, or maybe they have some cancellations. And that's why after final payment, you see the prices go, boo!
Yeah.
Because they want to fill that ship up as fast as they possibly can.
There's so much negotiation. There's so much. So the letters are going out. How many phone calls have we got? Give up your. Do you really need that handicap cabin? Yeah, we do. Yeah, but we can upgrade you to a mini suite. We can get you. Is it handicap accessible? No. Well, we can't give it up. So they want us to go to a mini suite because someone's on a waiting list for a handicap balcony or a handicap inside. So we're constantly getting the phone calls to give up this or give up that. So they're trying to steal from Peter to pay Paul, try to get everybody fill the need and fill the ship as the end result.
So that's what we kind of wanted to tell everybody about price drops and try to explain it a little bit. And now we're going to answer some questions and chat with you.
And the first thing I want to answer is, no, I could not do the new math. Holy Hannah, what is that about? about?
Well,
2 plus 2 still equals 4 in my book, but I don't know what they're teaching these kids.
Karen Carter was addressing a question that she had, and it was how would price drops affect the group cruise rate and the perks? And is it the same for any booking where you would lose everything in favor of the new rate? The answer is going to be, I don't know. So
hold on. Sarah.
Yeah, so we'll look into that, but I'm pretty sure. Frank's gonna write that down, but I'm pretty sure that we have booked in the time frame that the prices are probably going to be as good as they're going to be, and we have a good amount of perks for the group cruise, you know, maybe we should address about the group cruise and the credits and that, since a lot of people were asking about that.
Okay.
So I just want to address some things about the group cruise real quick. I said I wasn't going to do anything about the group cruise, but I want to get it out there because a few people have asked me. They've looked into it, and it's not that we're hiding anything. Everybody that books the cruise, we will get a credit back that goes into a little bit of a bank.
Oh, yes, okay. I know.
Okay,
now I know what we're talking about.
That
what
goes
are we
into,
talking about?
So every cabin that's booked on a group cruise, and it usually happens with any group cruise, and we will do a live stream next month about group cruises. How about that? Why don't you write that down?
Okay.
Next month's live stream will be all about group cruises, how to book them, how to negotiate a good rate and perks and all that stuff. People were asking us about why aren't we getting a free cabin? We should be getting a free cabin, or it's not fair that we're getting a free cabin. And
I know, it was like, you should be getting a free cabin. It's not fair you're getting a free cabin. Because if you go on the sites and go, oh, book a group cruise, you travel for free. Well,
it doesn't work that way.
It's the value. It goes into an NCL credit bank account.
Or a Carnival bank or whatever. So what it is remember how we talk about categories. They give you the value of one cruiser for so many cabins. It depends on the cruise line. But so many cabins that you have booked with the cruise line, they will give you this credit. And what they base the credit on is the highest number of a certain category sold. So it would be, let's say, a B1 was the most sold. So we would get the value of that B1.
I was looking at our master registration sheet, and I said, oh my God, the biggest category, we have the most cabins booked for the group cruise, balconies. And then he went, oh no, it's based on, again, the category.
Right.
So is there a high number of a particular balcony category? No, because maybe the highest category is a single solo cabin, which is only a value of half.
Right. And
half the value.
And one solo cabin, you need two solos to count as a cabin.
Right.
So it's very confusing, and we'll break it down even more.
Yeah,
but what I wanted to tell everybody is Frank and I are not getting our cabins free.
No.
Our cabin free. We have decided that all of the funds are going to go back into the group.
Right.
Okay? So what people don't understand.
The purpose of at least for us. Now, we know you all out there are like, oh, we want to go on a group cruise with Kevin and Frank. That's why we want to go. We're here going, well, we want to do the group cruise because
we want to give back to you guys.
We want to give back to you guys. That's the purpose for us in our Cruising with Wheels channel.
Right. But what I wanted to explain to them is that this bank money, what the people aren't understanding that are going on the group cruise, or maybe are on other channels talking about us, or I don't know why. I don't know where this was coming from. It came up a few times. Is that any activity that we do on the cruise ship as a group, so like the meet and greet that we have planned, we have to pay for it.
Right.
We have to pay for the space. We have to pay for the food. We have to pay for the alcohol. We have to pay for the microphone system.
The audio visual system.
So there's fees involved.
Right.
And it would either come out of our pocket or it comes out of this
bank account. Right, the credit bank account.
So that's what we've decided to do with the credit bank account instead of some other cruisers that are having a group cruise.
Well, we don't do what other YouTube cruisers do. We specifically book this the way we booked it. Number one, because we don't want to ever handle anyone else's money.
Right.
We don't want to touch your money. It's none of our business how you pay, when you pay, and we don't want to be responsible for that. This is part of the reason why we booked it this way.
Janet Tiffany said, let Kevin explain, because he keep cutting me off.
Right. Well, because I want to get it out there to say the reason why we're doing this, because I want to be very upfront. And for so long, I have said, I don't want to do a group cruise. People keep asking,
I had to convince them.
And I said, no, I don't want to do a group cruise. I don't want to do a group cruise. I don't want to do a group cruise.
Well, we finally decided to do it, and we are enjoying the process.
Yes.
But I just wanted to get that out there. I'm not going to ever talk about it again. So if anybody messages me about it, the answer will be we are handling our cabin ourselves. We're paying for it out of our pockets.
Right. Nope.
And really, we figured out what we've been told estimates of what it's going to cost us for each thing that we're doing while we're on the ship as far as group activities. And pretty much at this point, the lion's share of that money that's in that is going to go towards those.
Now
we have a small amount that we'll probably have left over that we'll use towards our cabin.
We won't know until all the final payments are made, which is September 21st of 2019, and then Sarah will give us the official bank account credit number, and we will be on the phone with Sarah because there's certain things that bank account covers and certain things it doesn't cover that we can't use that money for, and it's a use it or lose it proposition. So we want to go down the list and say, okay, Sarah, what can we do with this credit money? Can we buy this for them? Can we buy that for them? What can we give back? What can we get out of this?
Exactly.
Because we don't want to lose the value of what we have all earned by booking us together as a group.
Diane Duncan wants to know if she can get more information on the group cruise. Yes, you can. Our email address is in the description of this video. Email us. Tell me that you want the group cruise info, and I'll get it to you after this live stream.
Right. And if you decide to book, you must follow the directions explicitly.
I will strangle you if you don't.
Please follow the ABCs of the list.
Katie Hyslop, I'll be getting with you sometime this week too. I need to talk to you. And let's see, does anybody have any questions?
Oh, before we're getting together questions and you're looking at the screen, I want to announce that I am at the end of my second week of my diet. I started my diet 2 weeks ago. This is serious business now because we are on the getaway on November 25th. And at the end of the 2 weeks, I have lost 4.2 pounds. So that's an average about 2 pounds a week, which is what my goal is. I'm trying to shoot for 2 pounds lost a week. So just wanted to throw that out there. Any of you that want to join me on my little diet, and we will report it. Every Sunday morning is my weigh-in. My diet is a Sunday through Saturday. So on Saturday night when he says, oh, let's get a pizza, I'm like, I got to weigh in tomorrow. Are you kidding?
Well, then we won't do it on Saturdays. We'll do it on Sunday.
Cheating.
It's good to cheat when you're on a diet.
It's a serious business.
Gregory had said that he would like us to consider doing a group cruise out of New York City sometime in the future.
Yeah, we love New York City.
And we love New York City. We love sailing from New York City. It's only a 45-minute plane ride from where we live. We did consider one of the cruises going out of New York for the upcoming 2020 group cruise, but it was outvoted. So since we voted this time and the Caribbean out of Miami won, next time I don't think the Caribbean out of Miami will even be included on the list. Right? What's fair is fair. We did it once.
I know.
So maybe the next group cruise will be out of New York going to Japan. I don't know.
Good for you, James. James Ellis, down 233 pounds.
Yay,
Good
Robert.
for you.
Robert's down 4 more pounds.
All right, good, Robert. So every Sunday, I'm going to do a post on Cruising with Wheels Facebook page, and I will weigh in and let you know how much I lost for the week and what my cumulative loss is. And those of you who want to join me, please feel free to join me.
Is this Naomi?
I believe so.
And Naomi wanted to know if we connect with other followers on Shipmate.
I think Katie said you can. Katie, is that right?
Right, you can, but I don't know what our Shipmate name is.
Oh.
So I've been promising, you got to write that down on the list. I've been promising to let everybody know what my Shipmate name is, but I can't remember it because it was from so long ago. And Ernest was so cute. Ernest says that he always forgets that our name of our channel is Cruising with Wheels, so he calls us Wheels and the Leg Man.
What was that from?
That
was from Family Guy.
Oh, maybe.
It was a Family Guy episode.
Oh, Wanda Byron.
Oh, Wanda, thank you.
Is that for Frank's Pizza?
That's a super chat snap. That's what I'm going to give everybody now. The super chat snap.
Don Terrace is doing keto. I don't know what that means.
What does it mean? Explain.
Anyways, thank you for that information, Bonnie, but I don't know what it means. Monica Williams, congratulations. 25 pounds.
Oh, good. Weight Watchers. Excellent.
Diet for the Bliss.
Very good.
That's blissful that you were able to lose 25 pounds.
Katie, that's right, Katie. We saw your pictures, Katie, down 40 pounds.
Oh, and you know what,
Good
Katie?
for you.
Was it Katie that said she just booked her reservations for
Yes,
dinner?
Yes.
You're going to have to email me because I figured out the number, right? Didn't we figure it out? It's like 100. If she, because I said, how was she able to book reservations already? I think they made a mistake on their computer because that's more than 120 days away. We weren't able to book for Getaway.
I know. Katie, explain.
So tell me what your secret is. Let's see. Now y'all need to come to Galveston and spend some time with us in Austin, Karen said. And you know, Karen, it's funny because we have good friends. Oh my God.
What?
We have friends, Karen. Not Karen Carter.
Karen, no,
yeah.
neighbors. Yes. Yeah. Karen,
they're in
Karen.
Texas.
Yes, little
too.
Karen, who used to work for me ages ago.
Yes.
Is in Texas. Everybody keeps saying, what is keto? I do keto,
keto. It's the kinetic.
No carbs. That's what I do.
I would die.
He would die, but that's what I do. I don't do carbs. I don't do pasta. I don't do bread, any potatoes, and no carbs. I am all fruit. I am all vegetable.
See, now
I do sliced turkey and I do tuna, and that is it. No, nothing else. I love my fruit and I love my vegetables.
Now, Katie said that it was 120 days, but you're cruising in December. I remember you said that you're cruising in December.
Explain.
It goes back to that math thing.
It's a new math.
Right. Must be the new math.
I know it is candy, but I only eat honeydew. Honeydew melon and pineapple are my fruit of choice. And so I always incorporate a little bit of fruit in my lunch and in my dinner.
So, Demon of Glass Hand Nemesis wants to know if Sarah got any flack from the whole Hitman situation. And he said, I am still so upset about that. Also, did you do a review on the BBQ? And if so, which video is it on?
Oh.
The next episode is all about the barbecue.
Yes.
It will be...
Texas barbecue.
It's called It's Q Texas Barbecue Time, and it's episode 17. Sorry, I was just looking it up online. And that will be out Tuesday. And
2 days.
And to answer your question, Sarah did get a little flack. Someone did cancel. I think 2 people have canceled.
No,
I'm not
just
sure.
one cabin.
So, that was that. Ew, blueberries.
I know. Ooh, I love blueberries. I love strawberries. But blueberries and strawberries are expensive. And so for me, the honeydew melon, which he doesn't like.
No, I like honeydew. I don't like blueberries.
Is cost effective for me, and I love it. So that's my choice.
Oh, she stayed up to midnight to book. Okay, that makes sense. Question about an earlier topic, Robin says. Does it not count as a view if we watch the video and do not like it or dislike it, I guess? No, it counts as a view if you watch the video. YouTube is constantly changing their algorithm so that we really can't figure it out.
Right.
However,
what if you watch a quarter of the video?
Right. So
half.
Right. So a thumbs up counts towards us. Thumbs down counts for us
I
too.
hope you sink on the next ship you're on.
Oh, let's not tell them the nasty comments we've been getting, because I've kind of been taking care of the trolls. I don't want to feed them today. But it does count as a view if you watch our video. So thank you for that. And that helps people find us in the search of Google and in the search of YouTube. So we appreciate it when you give us a thumbs up. Currently there's 90 people in the chat. So I want to say hello to everybody that we might have missed when they came in. And let's see, Lenice was asking about the NCL app, I guess. That was $9.95. Now, the NCL app is free to use, but if you want to connect with other users, it's $9.95 to register your device, each device you register. So if Frank had a cell phone.
Which I don't, and James Ellis wants to know what's up with that.
Well, he's not getting one.
I can't have one. I'm not allowed. I'm being held prisoner, help me. I'm not allowed to have a phone.
So I would register my phone for $9.95. He would register his phone for $9.95, and then you would be able to communicate on the ship.
No, he just communicates with Darlene.
Right. So we choose as a couple to communicate with the other couple that we're with rather than with each other, because we're with each other. So most of the time.
There's some times where I'm waiting and I'm wondering where the hell is he? And it'd be nice to go, where are you?
Well, I can't help it, I'm popular.
And he comes in, I ran into 100 people, and then I blah, 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 and then I saw this person and that person. I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm just waiting by the elevator in my wheelchair.
Oh, my God, where did you find almond milk ice cream?
I have almond milk on my cereal in the morning.
Dina Cruising Through Life is in California, and she said fruit isn't too expensive there. She loves strawberries, blueberries, banana smoothies. She doesn't use yogurt. She found almond milk ice cream. That's awesome. Frank loves his almond milk.
I love my almond milk. Yeah.
I can't keep, I usually watch on a smart TV. Oh, Mary watches us on a smart TV. And I don't think that you can do thumbs up and thumbs down on a smart TV. You guys, we just got a smart TV.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't we? What'd I buy you?
I don't know.
Some gigantic television.
Well, it's gigantic for us.
I bought a 50-inch 4K smart television, LG, and I got it at BJ's, and it was on sale, and I had a coupon, and I used points, and I ended up getting this massive deal. It was like $300,
and it fits into the built-in entertainment center that we did when we renovated the house, and so the TV that was down there went upstairs to the bedroom, and then the TV
Huge.
that was in the bedroom came down to my kitchen, which was bigger, and then what was in the kitchen, which was a little 24-inch, is just in the closet in the spare room now.
So Dina, it's $9.95 for the whole cruise. It will depend on how long your cruise is, though, because the longer the cruise is, the more expensive it is to register the phone. I think on our 10-day cruise it was $12.95, if I'm not mistaken. And they may have changed it.
Right.
Do you notice how I'm trying to be?
They may have changed it.
Yeah.
It's funny because when people watch a video from a year ago, they're like, "Oh no, what you said, it's not true. You need to change that."
It's like you can't change a video.
It's done. It was filmed a year ago. It is uploaded. It is on YouTube, and there it is. You can't change it. I know. I saw that pistachio almond ice cream.
I want that. No, Darlene. Frank is not getting a cell phone for Christmas. We do not do Christmas gifts.
No, we don't. We don't really do birthday gifts or Christmas gifts or really
any gifts.
I'm not allowed. I'm being held hostage. I don't have a phone. Help me.
Come on. He's got a phone. We have a house phone. We still have the old-fashioned landline.
It's the we have the cordless phones are like
everywhere.
They have to be in every room. So because there's a phone in the kitchen, there's a phone in the family room, there's a phone in the office, there's a phone in the bedroom, there's a phone in the laundry room, and there's a phone in the basement.
Okay, so Robert said that his kids are threatening to give him a cell phone, a smartphone, because they still have the flip phone. So I'm going to tell you, Robert, right now, take the gift of the free smartphone. This little baby costs like $850, all right? So take the gift. Take the gift. You will love it. It'll take you a little while to figure it out, but you will love it. What else is going on other than I want pistachio almond ice cream now? Ooh, Ben and Jerry's. Ooh, they're all talking about my favorite topic, ice cream. Ice cream and cruising. Let's see. Where did that question go? What'd you do? I blame you for everything.
He does. I'm not even near it. My hands are right here. I've touched nothing. And as usual, it's my fault.
It's his fault. Greg Gregory says, how does a travel agent who requests making the cruise deposit for you, then you reimbursing them back work? One agent wanted to make the deposit for me on the Bliss. Okay, so this happens all the time, Greg. I wouldn't be worried about it. That's how cruises.com works with advanced deposits is what it's called. And basically, they're making the deposit for you on your behalf to the cruise line. And I would say if they're a reputable agent, because I'm not sure which agency you're working with, but as long as you trust them and they're reputable and they have a good reputation, that's what reputable means though. So,
yes.
That I would trust them with that. Very often we will book cruises through cruises.com with our agent, Donna, and they'll be running a special no deposit. Now that doesn't mean that you're not paying a deposit. That simply means that cruises.com is making that deposit on your behalf and then you pay back cruises.com. But it doesn't kind of show up on Celebrity or NCL or Carnival or whoever you're booked through. It'll show up on the invoice of that company that's making the advance deposit. So I hope that clears that up.
It's absolutely fascinating when we make a payment and I get the brand new invoice from cruises.com.
Oh my God, it's so confusing.
That Donna sends, and I'm looking at it and I'm going through page and page. How bizarre all these places and how they break down the money and how it's listed out. But you know, at the end of the day, I'm just looking for the last part, which says money owed.
Oh,
as long as that's correct.
I didn't like it, Robin. All right, now I'm depressed.
What?
We tried it. Tops had it.
What?
She said that she believes Wegmans has the almond milk ice cream, and the brand's called So Delicious or Soy Delicious. And remember, that's what we got for free at Tops. And I was like, ugh.
That was.
I'm an ice cream connoisseur, so for me, I was like, no, thank you. But maybe I'll try the pistachio though, because I love pistachio.
Yeah.
Well, Kim Calder said, "Hi, can you suggest a cruise for a mom and a 15-year-old son? We never cruised before. Thank you."
Ooh, first-time cruisers with a 15-year-old son. You are so brave.
That's a hard one.
That being said, we always recommend that first-time cruisers, don't do a long cruise.
So our basic recommendations for first-time cruisers are take a 5-day cruise. It's short enough but long enough to get an idea of whether you like cruising or not.
Worth the time, worth the packing, worth the travel. However, if cruising isn't for you, or isn't for you along with your 15-year-old son, you don't want to be on a 2-week cruise, an 11-day cruise, and go, oh my God, I can't wait to get home. This is killing me. So,
right. And now, we're typically not Carnival cruisers, although we have cruised Carnival, and we've enjoyed our experiences on certain ships. But I would say to look at a Carnival cruise because they have a lot of teen activities, kid activities.
They really do well with the kids' activities,
right?
I have to say.
So Carnival, NCL, or Royal Caribbean would be the top 3 that I would pick, unless you have an unlimited budget, and in that case, Disney.
Right.
But we find Disney to be twice, if not 2.5 times, the price of a Royal Carnival or NCL. And frankly, the level of activities that they have for the kids on all the lines are pretty good. Princess and Holland are kind of geared more toward an adult experience, and so is Celebrity.
Right.
So that's been our experience. I don't want to get hate mail.
I know. I thought worse. I just said, "Oh, Carnival," and I'm going. 7 people just dropped out of this live stream.
Did they really?
Sorry, 7 people. If you didn't like my Carnival comment,
we are not good Carnival cruisers.
No, we're not.
Sorry.
Again, if you love it, I am thrilled. You should. And keep going.
Robin's suggesting that the group cruisers get together and give you a temporary track phone. He doesn't need one. Oh, actually, he used to have. That's what he used to have.
I had a BlackBerry when I was working.
Ben and Jerry's have it. You can order Ben and Jerry's on Amazon. I guess you can order anything on Amazon these days.
You can. He is now
That's
considered
amazing.
the richest man. Is he the richest man in the country, the world, whatever?
And Tony said that she still has a landline, and that their kids think it's a hoot. And you know what? We're a dying breed of landline people, but we have a house alarm. You need to be able to get a hold of us. I don't know. I don't think we'll ever get rid of our landline. Darlene Henry wants to know, can you make dining reservations and shore excursions before the final cruise payment? Do you know that answer?
Well,
I'm sure
you
you
got to
do.
calculate the final cruise payment is due when? How many days before you sail?
It's the same amount of time.
Yeah, so once you're paid.
Well, it depends on the cruise line. So our answer will be, it depends on the cruise line. Depends on when the final payment date is. But normally you cannot make dinner reservations on most of the cruise lines before, what is that? It's 120 days prior to sailing. You can start making dinner reservations on most of the cruise lines. You usually can buy shore excursions before your final payment. It depends on how long the ship has been sailing, right? Depends on how long it's been on that route. Because remember on the Bliss, they didn't come out until
they were
just before.
because it was new.
So I hope that helps. Oh my gosh, did you see that? It just went bloop. Is it too late to look into our group cruise? No, it is not, Ed. send me an email. The email address is in the description. Robert wants to know how many do we have booked for the group cruise now. We did not check that. We haven't got an update from Sarah in a while, but I think we're at like 55, 60 cabins.
Wait, hold on, I have to remember. We hit the cancellation, so I take a couple people off. I think we're at 90, and then there's people that are not on. Okay, so people that are confirmed, but we've also received emails that people have booked, but haven't found them yet on the official Sarah report. So I'm going to say 53 cabins, 100 people.
And Terry was asking, what about celebrity? And I'm assuming that you were asking that about, remember it was Karen that was asking about her and a single mother and a 15-year-old. But celebrity is very adult. I just don't see a teenager having a good time while he's on the ship, unless he's a very mature 15-year-old. I know I don't think I'd be happy.
Yeah,
it's not.
I want to be on Carnival.
Yeah.
And Cial, Royal.
Something that has more activities
Right.
for a teenager on it. Mary's doing a Disney cruise in Halloween. We went. Oh, you can't see it, but that's our picture from Halloween. I have to ask everybody because I'm not sure if they noticed. Nobody's commented yet. I want somebody to see if they can tell what is new in our videos.
Oh, right.
And it wasn't new in this video, but it's new in the other ones. So I changed something, and I don't know if anybody's
noticed what's changed?
Anybody see the Netflix movie Like Father? It's a fun movie filmed on a Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Seas. No, Bonnie, we haven't seen that movie, but one of our subscribers had sent us a message saying, have you seen that movie that's filmed on that ship?
Okay.
And it's on Netflix, but I don't know the name of it. And so I thank you because I wanted to see whatever movie that they were talking about just to check it out. Let's see. We answered that. Whoa. Why does it jump all of a sudden? That's crazy. Oh, thank you, Katie, for answering Ed. And let's see here. Why do you like the huge ships, Amy asks us.
Well, this was our first one.
We don't like the big ships. We like the small ships.
It was the Bliss was the first big ship. I didn't think it was crowded. It was at, if you go to the website, it says something like max capacity is what, 4,200 passengers?
No,
but
47.
No. The website says 4,200. But while we were on the inaugural, the captain said that we were at max capacity 4,700.
Right. So I think their website's wrong.
So I don't know what the deal is, but I didn't feel crowded. I didn't feel overpowered. I didn't feel, any kind of like overwhelming sensation or claustrophobia, especially being, lower down in a wheelchair with all those people above you. I didn't feel that way. So
Kim Calder wants to know when and where is our next cruise. Answer her.
I don't know.
You most certainly do. I'm such a geek.
And we haven't. It's funny because we haven't been doing a countdown to this one.
It's 116 days.
Okay, 116 days.
I think.
Till we leave aboard the NCL Getaway.
Maybe. I don't know. It's not that far away.
It's November 25th. We're going down to Miami with Dave and Darlene.
Yep. So you'll be seeing D&D again.
That's right. Making a return visit with us. And
Frank got it for my 44th birthday.
Yeah, it's Kevin's 44th birthday. Aha! And we still have nothing planned for 2019.
Yes, Robin wants to know if we have anything for 2019, and we don't. I keep getting lovely little offers from Carnival, and I got an offer from Royal, and I found a fabulous deal on an MSC cruise, but we just haven't decided yet, and we're not sure what we want to do. But I will tell you that we will not be sailing on an NCL ship in 2019 because we have decided we're going to make an effort to cruise a different line.
That's right.
So, I don't know. Can we do a poll, maybe? Maybe I can do a poll. I'll figure out how to do that. Or comment in this video. Comment in this video once it's saved to replay what cruise line we should go on next.
And yes, we do want to get to Cuba. Absolutely.
You have to read it.
Want to do Amy Bradley.
He just answers the questions, guys. He doesn't read the question. Well, he reads the question in his head, but doesn't say it out loud. So Amy Bradley said, have you been to Cuba yet? And now you can answer the question.
No, we have not, but we do want to go. But I want to wait a little bit because I'm a little scared. I'm not sure whether they're going to be ready for people in scooters and wheelchairs.
And
it came up in a Facebook posting about is there an elevator? People weren't sure whether there was an elevator at the terminal. And somebody finally said, oh, yes, there is. It's a very old, slow elevator. I'd like to have a new, modern elevator. So we're going to wait a while until they get up to speed.
Darlene Similian says that we should book the Adventure of the Seas out of New Jersey for 2019.
That'd be cool.
And that was one of the ones I was looking at. But I'm not sure yet when I'm going to take off from the shop. So I don't know, what month I'm going to be doing that. Kim Calder said, I'm scared to cruise in the fall or winter with the weather. You find it's okay?
Well, we always
do.
We're usually flying. We're upstate New York, an hour and whatever away from the Canadian border.
Go the day before.
Yeah, it's February, March. It is snowing. Up here, we're always worried about snowstorms, ice storms. There have been several occasions where our plane was the last one leaving the airport before the airport was shut down. So, knock on wood, we've been very, very lucky, but we always go a day ahead of time.
Tracy Dunlap said that we need to book our dinners and shows for the getaway.
What?
Answered. Do we book our shows for the getaway? I'm reading the thing.
Oh,
you
absolutely.
Answer it.
Absolutely, we do. Oh,
just answer them quick, though.
Yes, where are we going? I don't know.
Yes, we booked our shows already.
We booked our shows. We booked our specialty dinners, and we booked even the reservation for the main dining room restaurant.
Mary Peden wants to know, do you ever cruise Princess? The answer would be, we have not cruised Princess since they had formal seating for dinner. So we are actively always looking for the deal. The deal's there, we're going to do it. That being said, we have good friends, Tony, and what's Tony's husband's name?
I don't. What is that?
I
What is
can't
this? A
remember.
quiz?
Yes. You have 50
What,
seconds.
in
50
school?
seconds.
Get your pen and paper, asking questions.
Anyways, well, Tony Molly.
Oh.
Tony and Jason.
Okay.
Tony and Jason, they exclusively cruise Princess. They love it. They've been trying to get us on there for ages. So
sure, let's go.
I know, let's go. Who wants to go? Bonnie is the winner. Even though we don't have a prize, Bonnie, I'm sorry.
What did she say?
She said, Bonnie said, at Cruising with Wheels, it's the intro. Wheelchair assist up to the ramp. Well, there's actually a few things that I changed in there.
But you're absolutely correct, Bonnie.
Absolutely
Haven't adjusted the intro to the videos.
Because y'all kept saying, what are those old pictures doing in there? What is this? What is that? So I took out some, and I'm swapping some, and I might even tweak it again. I don't know. Why Ruby, excuse me, I'm sorry, Rudy said, why do I have to bring my wife on a cruise? There you go. There's your answer. Leave her at home. Oh, that's horrible. MJ said that we should go with Holland America. There goes the chat flying again. We have 108 people in the chat, so hello to those who we haven't said hello to yet. Rob Soder said, hi, Kevin and Frank, seeing you on live feed, and just wanted to say hi. As for Disney Cruise Line, they're more expensive, yes, but Disney food and service is better than Royal Caribbean. Upgraded food and service. So that's good to know. I hear that it's outstanding. It's just we would rather go on 2 or 3 cruises instead of 1 Disney cruise. That's all.
How can we win the lottery?
You know, Marcia suggests that we go on the MSC Seaside, and friends of ours are going on that, right? Sherry and her husband and son, and I don't know. We've had some subscribers, and personally, I know some people that have been on that, and they haven't been happy. So I'm waiting to see what Sherry has to say. But Sherry never says anything bad about anything, so I don't know. But I hope that their cruise goes better than the handful of people that we know that have been on the Seaside. I just think they're still working out some kinks. What else is going on? Why does that do that? My chat over here bounces all the time, guys. It's crazy. I blame him. It's his fault. Yes, Lenice is asking if she can use her onboard credit to pay for her app, and she can.
That is money in the bank.
That's right. Joe wants to know, does anyone have a positive NCL upgrade bidding process? And greetings from Puerto Rico. Hi. Joe. Hola. And we have never done the bidding process ourselves because we always book the cabin that we want, because that's what you have to do. Because if you're in a handicap accessible cabin, they can't guarantee that you will go to handicap accessible if you do the bidding process. Demon wants to know, is the dinner package on NCL cheaper than buying individually? I will be buying a certificate and getting $100 in onboard credit. Also, do you drink? So, this is going to be a long answer for your Demon. So, I drink, he doesn't. When you say that you're buying a certificate, I'm assuming that you're talking about a Cruise Next, which is $250 to buy, and then you get the $100 onboard credit. It's a great deal. You should do it. But keep in mind, you're not going to have $100 to spend on food if you're buying a Cruise Next credit, because it's $250 to buy it, and then you get a $100 onboard credit, so you're still going to be in the negative $150, right?
That's math.
So, in answer to your question about is it cheaper to buy the food packages, sometimes. Sometimes it's not. If you were going to do a lot of a la carte dining,
well, that's the thing, because they've changed. It used to be most of them were all flat rates, but now most of them are now a la carte. So it depends on your eating habits.
Right.
I mean, we go in now. Let's say, for instance, Cadney's. You know, if we have the Caesar salad and the steak, that's it. We don't order, the extra this, the extra that, the vegetable, the potato, blah, 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 which it all adds up. There's only so much we can eat. So it depends on your eating habits.
James was asking, what about the Yacht Club on MSC? They have Yacht Club inside for very good rates. We would do it, but I am just not sure about the Seaside right now. They've had a lot of issues. That's why the rates are really good right now, because they're trying to attract people to get on that ship. Plus, the ship is enormous. It's huge, absolutely immense. So they have some great rates because they're trying to fill that ship. And Katie Hyslop did mention a good point, that MSC can transfer your status.
Right.
And she is now their top tier. You are their top tier. What are you currently now on NCL, Katie? What did they match for you? Because we just sent ours in to match it because we're really thinking about an MSC cruise, but I don't think we're doing the seaside. Jimmy C wants to know if Carnival is like Walmart. It's all a matter of opinion.
Are you copying what someone said?
It's all a matter of opinion. Everybody loves their cruise line, Jimmy. So
Katie says she's platinum.
Not Platinum Plus.
Right.
So you're black then on MSC.
Is that what you got?
Yeah, well, she said the top tier.
Yeah.
So let's hope we're black. So in answer to your question, Jimmy C, I really enjoyed some things on Carnival, and I really didn't enjoy some things on Carnival. So we just felt with what we were looking for in our cruise experience that Carnival wasn't for us. And let's leave it at that. Bye, Diane. Diane has to get going.
Okay.
So we'll see you later. Thank you for stopping in. Vanessa Wyndham is going on the breakaway out of Nolans. I think that's Nolans, right? I know. In February. She's going to Belize City, Harvest Caye, Cozumel, and Costa Maya. It'll be our first NCL cruise, and she's really excited. Do we have any suggestions? Big suggestion, book your food, book your food venues and your entertainment 120 days prior to sailing. It is a huge ship. Their bigger ships don't have enough seats in the theater, so you want to make sure that you call 120 days prior to sailing to book at the very least your theater. Get
as much booked before you go as you can, because you don't want to be in line with all the other people and have to be on waiting lists and all that nonsense.
And if you're not in Cozumel for a very long time and you want to see, like if you're interested in the architecture and some, seeing some traditional pole dance, they call it.
Funny.
I know, it does sound funny, but it's this thing where there's a pole and they climb it and then they swing all around. It's really, really cool.
Just to give you a heart attack.
You want to look into the Discover Mexico excursion. So I don't know if that's what it's called on NCL. We did it way back when we were on a Carnival cruise. We loved it. It's this whole museum where you get to go see, experience like the culture of Mexico, and then when you're outside, there's miniatures of all the major, what are those things called? The pyramids, not the pyramids.
The Mayan ruins?
The Mayan ruins. There's miniatures of the Mayan ruins.
It's like a whole miniature
exhibit,
cool. Like a city.
And it is wheelchair friendly.
Yes, yeah. We were there.
Yep.
Robert wanted to know if we have been to any of the ports that we're going to be going to on the group cruise.
And the answer is yes.
We have.
We've been to all of them except for Harvest Caye.
Right.
We have not been to the private island, and we're very excited to go. Because we want to see if it's handicap accessible. They just finished a $400 million upgrade of the island, so we're really excited about that. And we're really excited to be cruising with Dave and Darlene again. We had a great time. What's this say?
Kim Calder, can you talk about hidden charges? If I booked a cruise and only used free dining, is there extra hidden charges?
Well, we do have a video on hidden charges that she could watch. I don't know what you would think a hidden charge is.
Right. I mean, if you're eating in the free restaurants, in the free dining rooms.
If you do everything that's free, there is no hidden charges. But some people would think that the tips would be a hidden charge.
That's your charge for the whole cruise.
So
is a hidden charge. Are you going to order a drink?
If you're going to order a drink, you're paying for it. That could be a hidden charge if you're not expecting it.
Right. But other than that, The food is
I
free.
can't think of any.
No, other than
anything.
basic bulk gratuities for the cruise and maybe alcohol drink you're going to be buying.
Robert wants to know if we've been to the destinations on our group cruise. Is that what you read?
Yes.
Because I didn't hear group cruise.
Yes.
I thought he was assuming
Oh, no,
that
group cruise.
he was talking
We have been to
about
San
our new
Juan.
one. We've been everywhere.
Yeah.
We've been to all the destinations on the group
Yeah.
cruise before, and that's one of the reasons why we picked it too.
Right.
Because we're familiar with that, and I am working on, for those of you that are going on the group cruise, I am currently trying to figure out a group excursion someplace.
And
And
yes,
we might have to break it up into 3 separate excursions depending on how big the groups get. So we might have to do an excursion in San Juan, an excursion in St. Thomas, and an excursion in Tortola if we get an overwhelming amount of people that want to do excursions with us.
and hotels. People have been asking about hotels.
We're looking into that.
Right.
but
who's flying into Miami? Who's flying into Fort Lauderdale because it's cheaper? We're looking at hotels in multiple cities so that we can get the best rates for people that are flying in
to both
different
cities.
Right, because we have, if we're sailing out of Miami, previous cruises we have flown into Fort Lauderdale and just taken the transport to Miami.
Brenda Morgan wants to know, is NCL the only cruise line where you don't have to dress up? I don't have nor can afford any fancy clothes, so she shies away from formal nights. When we were on Carnival, you really didn't have to be on formal nights dressed up. We saw somebody, frankly, I was kind of pissed, but she was in like a bikini top and a sarong at formal night. So I think most of the cruise lines have kind of, loosened up a little bit with that. If you think I don't know, if you're presentable on deck, I think you'll be presentable. Just have to follow their guidelines. Depends on who you're going on, but I think Royal is a little looser. NCL doesn't have formal nights. NCL is the only cruise line that blatantly doesn't have a formal night. Let's put it that way. But I think everybody else is pretty
It's
pretty
funny
loose.
that if you go to their websites and look at dress code, and it's funny when you read them now versus when we used to read them years ago. The new terminology that they're using for dress code is kind of funny, but yeah, they're getting more relaxed.
So Marsha was saying that MSC matches your status in any of other cruise line, and that is true. But they will match your highest status based on their algorithm. So just because you're platinum doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get black status on MSC, because they're going to base it on your points that you have. So they have this whole little system that they can figure it out. So sometimes gold on Carnival is better than platinum on NCL in their match program, and sometimes, so what they suggest is you send them everything.
Right, send everything
So,
you've got.
That's what I would do. Robin said if we have the ultimate beverage package on NCL, we will still have to pay the taxes when we're in Miami, right? To a certain point.
Right.
So anytime you use a drink package on a ship, it will depend on where you are when you buy your drink, where the ship is. So you have to be 2 miles past the international water line before
the no tax
kicks
in.
Yeah. So it's going to depend on what port you go out of and what, some of the ports won't even let you sell a drink to you
till you're out.
Till you're gone. So excuse me.
Kim Calder, have you done a Mediterranean cruise? Yes, I have done a Mediterranean cruise. That was before I got sick. 2006. It was a 14-day Mediterranean cruise with 3 of my best friends, and we flew into Rome, and then took a little plane into Genoa, Italy. We stayed overnight, saw the sights, had a great dinner, and then we took the train to Savona. We were on the Costa Europa, and we set sail for 2 weeks.
There was a special edition of Tales from the High Seas that talked all about his there were a couple episodes, I think.
We did Barcelona, Spain, and Portugal, Canary Islands, Morocco.
James Ellis wants our thoughts on a world cruise. So here are my thoughts. Number one, it's never going to happen because we don't have the money. Number two, if we did have the money, I ain't doing it. So if he goes, he can go. But we have the babies. We have our fur babies that we have to look after.
They would have to come with me.
And I just feel like a world cruise would be so long. I will tell you, James, that I have a customer, and I forgot to tell Frank this. I have a customer who's on a world cruise right now. She's on a world cruise. Do you know how long a world cruise is?
I can't even imagine.
236 days.
Oh, can you imagine?
She's going to be on the boat for 236 days. They're visiting like 47 ports. But I just couldn't eat that food day after day after day.
We could not wait to get home. And
I
just
wanted
get
a peanut butter and jelly
sandwich or something simple to keep eating. I mean, I remember years ago when I was working and I was opening stores and living in hotels while I was doing all of that, and every night eating in the hotel dining room, and you just get so sick of all that food. I'm like, I just want a simple homemade turkey sandwich.
I lost where I was.
Oh, that's not
boop. Katie wanted to. Janitive was asking Katie if you pay taxes in the Port of Alaska too. Of course you do. You pay taxes on your drinks only when you are outside of the international water line, the imaginary border. So just face the facts, you're going to pay tax. If you want to drink, even though it's free, you just got to pay $1 or $2 for the tax. I don't think it's a big deal. I don't know why everybody makes a big deal about it. You know? I mean, if I want that Cosmo, I'm going to pay that $1 for the taxes. Big deal. What's this name? Rare Earth Man?
Yes.
Rare Earth Man. Rare Earth Man wants to know if specialty restaurants require dressing up.
Unbelievably not. I remember we were in Cagney's Steakhouse, and just an example, and I'm telling you, tank tops, shorts, guys were in wife beater.
Yeah, we were really...
I was like, you got to be kidding. This is a specialty restaurant, Cagney's Steakhouse, and I'm seeing guys in their white wife beater, shirts, tatted all up and cut off jeans, and like, oh my God, wow.
Rodney, that was not what the issue was. He was just a jerk. So
yeah, it was not a gay issue.
No, he's gay himself.
He is gay himself. It is not a gay issue. People keep saying that he was just a jerk.
Yeah, he was just a jerk. And we had said earlier, I know you got here late, but we had said earlier, we've put it to rest. We're not talking about it anymore.
The conclusion video is posted.
Right.
And
we'll comment on the video.
Yeah.
We'll comment back, but we're not going to comment publicly anymore about it.
Naomi Rubadoo, would you consider a transatlantic? Yes, I would.
I don't know.
So, okay, who's coming on a transatlantic with me?
I had said years ago that I would never do a transatlantic, but I think I would rethink it if we could do Cunard.
Mm-hmm.
If we could do Cunard, but the problem with Cunard is you have to dress up.
Oh, I don't like that. I spent 40 years of my life in a suit. And the last thing I want to do is get to a suit and tie. No.
Oops. There we go again with the chat. Kim Calder wants to know if we ever get sick of going to the same ports. No.
No, not really.
Not really. And I don't know. It's always different. We like to see the evolution. So, like when we went to Tortola, although he couldn't go.
I didn't go the first time.
It was like being on a desert island. It was crazy. It was like stepping back into 1950. And the second time we went, it was like, holy crap, in a year. Was it a year?
It was 2 years.
In 2 years, they went from being 1950s backwoods people.
Yeah.
No offense to anybody if you're from Tortola, to being like 2018.
Yeah.
You know, it was crazy.
The dock was built. The shopping complex had been finished. The dirt roads were gone. It was a whole different story. The attitude
had changed drastically.
The attitude of the people on the island toward visitors had totally done a 360. So yeah, very different. So yeah, and all the times we've been to San Juan, Puerto Rico, we spend different amount of times, go different places. It's different every time. So.
Now, Bonnie said that the Queen Mary 2 has incredible kennels.
Yeah.
We won't kennel our babies.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's not happening. And you know what? He says that we could take our babies with us. You say we could take our babies with us. We'd love to do that. But, you know, poor Cece has a sensitive stomach. I think she would be seasick.
Oh, please.
Well, he says that when we're alive, but when we're not here and I say something like that, he's like, don't say that about your baby.
No, we don't. If Angelo didn't watch the babies, like
we wouldn't be cruising.
No, I mean, God. Let's say at the last moment before we go on our cruise, something happens, and it's like no one to watch the babies. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. I would not put them I would put them in a kennel. They would have to be with someone that we know in their home, being taken care of.
Robert wants to know, what do we like to do when we don't leave the ship when it's in port?
So, we definitely like to eat. We're eating like every hour on the hour.
We just like to enjoy the ship. Roaming around, we take pictures, we do video, we do a lot that we have to do some things when everybody's off the ship in port, so I don't know if we enjoy doing it.
Before we were into this, we would do what everyone else does, which is we would go through the daily newsletter, we would be at trivia games, we would be at
the spa's a good option because it'll be, you know, discounted. I don't know. And Rudy, I'm not sure what cruise line you're asking about. Do they have kids-free cruises? Sometimes they run a special where the third or fourth guest sails free in your cabin on, say, NCO. I've never seen a cruise that said this age and under can sail free.
Yeah, it's always been.
It's always been third or fourth. Yeah. So, excuse me. Excuse me. Karen wants to know if we are readers because she loves to read on her balcony on the sea.
I'm not a reader.
I'm not a reader either.
My answer would be, totally opposite of my sister, who is a reader, who's like, oh, this book, that book, and my attitude has always been, show me the movie.
That's right.
Show me the video.
Sorry. And for me, if I start to read, I fall right asleep, so never work. Never work.
I've got, when we were, when I was on Mediterranean cruise, we would go into the library, game room, whatever, and we would play euchre.
Yep, play cards.
Board
Yahtzee.
Games. Right, Yahtzee.
Oh, we love a good Yahtzee
Dave
game.
and Darlene, and she is like a crazy, Yahtzee person, and brought her own,
She's going to kill you.
Sorry, John, but I'm going to tell it. What did she have? This leather-bound
that they got, in Mexico.
Yes, and, brought the Yahtzee pads, and, yeah, we played a lot of Yahtzee on that cruise on the NCL Jade with them.
So I'm going to answer Kim Calder's question right now.
Okay.
Because she just asked, thank you, Tom. She just said, do we think it's worth the extra money to get a balcony? So number one, I'm going to preface this with, she's asking our opinion because we've got a lot of crap over the course of us doing this channel about our decisions with balconies.
Right.
We feel, for us as cruisers, that balconies aren't worth it. In most cases.
Because of who we are and what we do. We have done balconies before, but that was before we were into cruising with wheels. And now that we're doing that, and our time is taking up, like we said earlier, with all the filming, we're never in our cabin.
So what my best answer for her would be, if she's trying to decide whether or not to get a balcony, is I would sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and make a list of the pluses and the minuses of a balcony.
Right.
What are you going to be doing on your cruise? What are you looking for in a cabin?
Right.
Are you a light sleeper? Because if you're light sensitive, maybe a balcony isn't for you.
Right.
You know, most of the time you can block out the light,
but in our case on the getaway in November, because the balcony was a great deal with the great perks to go with it, we got the balcony. So we're not like, oh my God, anti-balcony. It's just we're so busy.
I know that it's kind of a waste.
We're just not there.
Someone asked, and I can't find it because it flew by, that what are our favorite activities to do on a cruise? I love the shows. I absolutely love the shows.
I like the shows, but a lot of times I get tired, so that's a problem. A lot of activity, a lot of filming. We do dinner, and then to the show. And I didn't go to see Jersey Boys when we were on the Bliss. It was too late. It was just too much. I didn't do it. And then when he came back and said, because it was a 10 o'clock show, that they started a half hour later, so that means 10:30. Oh my God, there's just no way. I'm too exhausted. I physically cannot do that. And then of course the problem they had during the Jersey Boys with the hoedown going on, and you couldn't even hear the show, then I really would have been pissed off. Excuse me, I must blow my nose.
Oh, Tom gave me a tissue when I sneezed.
Thanks, Tom. I had to get my own.
Daniel Bates wants to know, do we have any feelings on MSC? Well,
not yet.
Earlier we talked about the seaside. We are probably going to stay away from the seaside for a little while because they've had quite a few problems on it. Potty problems.
Right.
Water problems.
But we did send our status in, our highest status, which was platinum with NCL.
And they'll match your highest status, but MSC is very different with their statuses, and I wanted to tell you this, especially for Katie.
Thanks, Tom.
Because Katie Hyslop has already done her status match. MSC, your status is only good for 3 years. You have to sail with them once every 3 years to maintain the status you have. So I don't know if you guys know that, but that is what the deal is with MSC. We have a few friends that have sailed on MSC. They've liked it. David and Ben have sailed on MSC. It's a different experience. I think you have to keep an open mind when you sail with MSC. It's not going to be like Carnival, Royal, NCL, Holland, Princess. Because it's an Italian line, it's more geared toward a European experience.
Right. And didn't they have, you were reading to me, all the different, quote, levels of experiences when you book, which I found a little confusing. So you can book this for this level of experience, and then there's another level of experience. And I'm like...
But that being said, when we were doing that, we were doing the mock booking, you were like, wow, the prices are great, and I'd get free drinks with that, remember? So, I don't know, it's kind of confusing, but...
I thought it was a little confusing.
It's confusing booking.
I'm a straightforward kind of guy. I want to know, this is what I'm paying, this is what I'm getting. Don't be confusing me with all these different levels. People are not going to understand that.
I agree with you, Vanessa. A cabin is a place to sleep, shower, and change. Just like a hotel. Nothing like being out there on the ship.
Rudy, you're killing me.
Kate wants to know why would she spend a ton of money on a tiny inside cabin? Well, you wouldn't, Kate, because
Don't do it.
tiny inside room should be cheap.
Pretty much.
That's why we do inside cabins.
Yeah.
Because inside cabins are always going to be the least expensive option. Right. It does depend on the category. So the higher the category of inside cabin you go, the more expensive they get. But, basic inside room should be the cheapest.
So, yeah, we want our money to go somewhere else. But now we're kind of going to be starting over again, really, because, with NCL, we had, with the platinum status and all the perks, we didn't have, we had, free specialty dining and this and that and whatever. And now we start changing over to another cruise line. We're not going to have that, which means we're going to be budgeting more money to go toward specialty dining, which for us will not be free anymore, and liquor packages or whatever. So
Kate Rose said, but if she's on the ocean, she wants to see it.
Oh, yeah.
And my answer to you, Kate, is we probably see the ocean just as much as you do, because we get up in the morning and we leave the cabin, and we don't go back to the cabin until it's time to go to bed. So, we're up there on deck. We're seeing the ocean. So I wouldn't discount an interior cabin or an ocean view cabin or an interior with a virtual balcony.
Our thing is, we want to be where the action is. We want to be with all the people. And that brings up another conversation of, why be in the Haven? Why be in the yacht club? Why do people want to be separated from everybody else? We want to be with everybody else. We want to be with all the people. That's the best part of the cruise, is all the people watching and see what's going on and seeing what's happening. I don't want to be secluded, in some separate area with a separate restaurant with just a small group of people, and that's it. You don't see anybody else.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know how much. I'm actually going to keep a log when we go in November, and we're going to figure out how much time we spent on this balcony. But we still would have booked the balcony for this trip because we got all those perks.
Yeah. So it was a good deal.
Should we tell them about
what?
About the Encore?
What about the Encore?
That we're going to have a balcony?
No, because that's not what we're having.
What are we having?
I don't know.
Well,
Let's keep it a secret. You can't be giving up all the secret. You're giving out false information. Fake news.
I am not giving out fake news. We should probably wrap this up, though. Don't you think?
Gosh. Okay, any last minute questions?
Marsha loves to sit on her balcony and see the views of the ports. I agree.
Yeah.
It was nice. It's nice to have it, but I'm not going to spend twice as much.
Where we were, remember that night we were, it was
San Juan.
And we were out, great outdoors, in the dark, with our 10 desserts in front of us, and coffee, looking at the beautiful lights of San Juan at night.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
So, didn't have to be in a balcony. And we got to eat.
Is it worth taking a big 14-day cruise or 2 cruises from the price of one? So plus size to plant-based asked that, and I don't know. It's going to depend on the price. You have to weigh it. You have to weigh, is taking a 14-day cruise cheaper than doing a back-to-back cruise, or not? It's totally going to depend. It's hard to answer that question. But I would never take a 14-day cruise personally.
We did 14 days in the Mediterranean,
so
and it flew by. No, it flew by. It was a once in a lifetime. I was like, if I don't go to Europe now, Well, I was complaining because I was in the cabin with Tom, who was snoring to beat the band, and I didn't sleep for 2 weeks. But that's a whole other story. Darlene Henry says, Frank, do the cruise lines let you take a small personal fan on board? And I've been watching all the Facebook commentaries, and people have said that they brought their small little fans with them, and no one had a problem, and no one took them back.
Well, good luck.
That's what I've been reading. But you know what? When we go on a cruise, that's the one place I don't have a fan.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, every cruise line on every page of every cruise line has a page of these items are not allowed on the cruise. And every cruise line has personal fan on it. So every cruise line has the fan on it. So if you can get it through, God bless you.
That came up in a Facebook post I was reading, and everybody who was commenting said, yeah, I took my little fan.
Cat, battery-operated fan is one thing. The one you plug in, I don't think you're going to get it through. But if you do, God bless you. I'm sure you could take a battery-operated one.
And yes, you control your own room temperature. Every cabin has its own thermostat for heat and air conditioning.
Yeah.
So you control it, not the ship.
Yeah, but I think they can still.
We controlled ours, and when we needed to be cooler, we were. And we needed to be warmer, we were.
I guess. What does that say? I love those little smiley faces. Craig Gregory says, I've always been a night owl. My ideal of breakfast is tea time at 3 in the afternoon, and he goes to bed at dawn. With that being said, what shipboard activities are there to do overnight? I have no idea. We're in bed by 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Oh my God, we're asleep.
I have no idea. But I can.
Anybody out there?
We will pose that a question to everybody.
That is a big question. I'm going to put on my list something to talk about.
I know that the White Hot Party, when we were on the Jade, started at 11:30. So, but that's just one night. I really don't know. Karaoke is usually at 10 or 11 o'clock.
Dennis McFarlane, you are welcome for your swag bag giveaway gift. We're glad you posted your pic with all the swag.
Deborah Jenkins. Whatever happened to
Where
Deborah
is
Jenkins?
she? We haven't heard from Deborah Jenkins. Where are you?
James drinks a lot at night. You and Katie Hyslop are gonna be the death of me on this group cruise. I just know it. Don't make me call security on y'all. So,
but I like breakfast at breakfast.
Yes, we love breakfast buffet. Breakfast buffet.
I know. The only problem is I can't see it. That's one problem I have is being down here and all the food is up here, and I'm like,
yeah. Amanda Cuss said, I only drink when went away from my keefs. So I think she's drinking right now. Oh. She corrected herself and said kids, but I thought that was funny. I was like, oh my God, is she away from her kids now?
Are you drinking now? Yes, breakfast is whenever you make it. You know, my brother-in-law refuses. Every time my sister would say, what do you want for dinner? You know, I could whip up some, eggs, bacon, and toast for dinner. My brother-in-law, David, is like, what? Eggs are for breakfast only. So he's a very anti-breakfast material guy for dinner. And we always have,
well, we don't do it so much anymore.
Eggs, bacon, sausages, and toast.
But we'll do that every once in a while for dinner. So, cinnamon rolls. I want cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls.
I still have to go to Tops.
Oh.
You guys, so maybe I'll get cinnamon rolls for us.
Oh my God. Is that on the list?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
There is a list.
My favorite breakfast is Eggs Benedict.
Yes, everyone knows you love your Eggs Benedict.
Yummy.
God forbid it is not done right, because it was almost a meltdown. What cruise were we on? The Eggs Benedict was so bad. And you were in line with that crazy egg lady. Remember that?
Horrible.
She was having a fit.
So, M. Red Ward 2001 is saying, what can you tell us about the go-karts being sold out? I have a special son, and he will be upset if he cannot race. Please advise.
That was
Thanks.
a big deal.
You need to book your reservations ahead of time. You need to do it before you leave. If you want to be assured that you'll be able to get on, and then you need to bug the hell out of them on the ship if you weren't able to get a reservation.
Right. And now, haven't they gone to weekly packages for go-karts?
Yeah, you can get a weekly package.
Yeah.
So please book your reservation.
And the thing is that all the complaints we heard was that the lines were so long, 3-4 hour waits, and people were in line, but people who had reservations or whatever, separate line, head of the queue, and others was like, wait a minute, we've been in line for 2 hours trying to get in. Well, you didn't have reservations, so you're going to watch all these other people get ahead of you who did have reservations. So
kind of a nightmare.
It really was a nightmare. Yeah, that was a big complaint.
My best advice is buy it ahead of time, book it ahead of time. Also, if you book your reservation ahead of time, they may have changed this again, we don't know, but if you book it ahead of time, it's like $7. If you do the ride, if you pay for it when you're on the ship, it's $9.95.
Yeah, it's more money.
Yeah,
like anything else. You book ahead from home online, it's cheaper. You get to the ship and book it, it's a little more expensive.
And book your laser tag if you're going to do laser tag.
Yeah.
And
they say laser tag is handicap wheelchair accessible. I am dying to know how I am wheeling myself through laser tag and shooting this gun at the same time.
Well, you'd be our sacrifice.
I certainly would, because I'd be wheeling, stopping, and by the time I got my gun up, I'd be dead. So, how's that working out? I don't want to be the sacrificial lamb.
Well, everybody was asking me the other day about Frank's Cooking Corner.
I know.
They want that again. Maybe you can make something for somebody sometime.
Who would that be?
Me.
My God, you're so entitled.
What's that mean?
Head pistol?
Oh, you mean like a thingy here and you could go.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
And you get whiplash. Frank and Kevin, have you sent out just the one email for the group cruise so far?
Yes, the initial how to book the group cruise. We have not sent any information out yet to anyone in the Facebook group cruise, like giving out information so far. Not.
I think, we just have the. So the emails that I've sent out so far have been the initial email of this is the information of how to book. And then we've sent an email out about your cabin has now been registered, but you'd have to reach out to us to let us know that you booked and what cabin and the people that are in it. And we really haven't done anything else. My goal this week is to get the Google Documents in place and set up, and to reach out to Sarah to make sure that we have the spaces that we need for the activities that I'm setting up. And then once I do that, I'll be sending out another email to the people that are on the group cruise. But again, we're trying to be mindful.
So far out.
Yeah, it's so far out. But I also want to be mindful of, I don't want to be doing email blasts every week and annoying you guys either. Because that would annoy me.
We realize this cruise is in 2020, and so many of you have 1, 2, or 3 cruises before this, comes up in 2020. So, it's way far out. We are gathering information. I got stuff already typed up, things that we're going to distribute via email blast, but we're just not ready at this point to start sending stuff out. It's way too early.
Robert wants to know if there's any updates on the progress of Encore Build. I am also looking into that this week. That is on my list of things to check on. I haven't heard anything. I read through the press releases today before we came on live, and there wasn't any updates, so I'm sorry. But you know I'll be doing cruise news. As soon as we hear anything about the Encore related, I will be doing cruise.
Yes, Functional Body, trying to get family lined up for group cruise. Still got room? Yes. You just have to email us at cruisingwithwheels@rochester.rr.com, and we will send you the how to book the group cruise.
Look at you remembering the email
I know,
address.
I'm really trying to get better at this. And how to exactly book it directly with Sarah Clore at her direct number, and follow the instructions step by step on that list. Because if you don't do it right and you book it wrong, you're not part of the group cruise.
Robin Purdue, please reach out to me. Send me an email. We'll discuss that
Nice, Robin.
separately. I appreciate you looking into that for me. Just send me an email or a private message through Facebook. But start out with an email because I never know when I'm going to be sitting in front of the computer.
Right. And emails are best because, again, it gives us history and something to look back on and not have to flip through any kind of postings.
And I know you said you found a guy, but we need particulars because we don't want to get in a situation where we have to pay a deposit. Like pay a $1,000 deposit to hold the reservation, and then everybody ends up getting their own transportation,
right.
And then we're kind of screwed with not getting our deposit back. So I'd be interested to know all the deets.
Right. And we are up to 10 handicap accessible cabins that have been booked.
That have been booked through us.
Out of the 53.
So yeah. So we don't know because there may be other people that have already booked this cruise that aren't on the group cruise.
Right.
So if you need a wheelchair accessible cabin, you better grab them, right?
Oh God.
Because
yes.
what is that?
Oh,
That's
wow.
like 10%.
Yeah,
Isn't that good?
I mean,
10, 15.
It's like
15%.
I'm thinking, wow, it's 2020, but this stuff goes fast because handicap accessible cabins are very limited.
Yes. So, Spanish for Tada. I hate you.
Marsha,
I don't want Spanish for
Marsha,
Tada.
will you be making that?
Oh, I want frittata. We do frittatas too. We haven't in a long time.
Bye, Janet.
All right, so we should be wrapping this
Wrapping
up.
It's 2 hours.
We wanted to thank everybody for coming today. Thank you for all the great questions.
Yes.
If we missed your question or your comment, we're sorry.
And for those of you that, a lot of you that helped us out with answering questions that we didn't get to, we appreciate it. So thank you for being part of this live stream.
We are on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Where else are we? Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Oh,
Twitter.
Tweet. So if we missed your question or you want to send us a question for one of our Q&As, you can do so through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, or via our email. All of the links are in the description of this video. This video will be saved to replay as well. Just give it some time to load and
just
finish out the cycle.
Just remember that when the video starts, you will see the opening welcome card for a couple of minutes. So don't worry that the video isn't playing yet. It's that welcome card is up there for several minutes before the video actually starts. So.
Don't forget that if you missed our episode for the Whale Watch, it's available because we have noticed that it has been kind of slower than all the other episodes. It's episode 15.
Yep. Whale of a Tale.
A Whale of a Tale. And episode 17 is all about Texas barbecue and will be
Tuesday. In 2 days, you're going to see all that food from Texas barbecue dinner we had.
We also want to thank all of the viewers that gave us a super chat today.
Super chat snap.
It was very thoughtful.
Thank
and
you.
We thank you. We appreciate it, and we will be applying those funds to a cruise. And until next time, what do we want to remind everybody?
Travel safe.
And cruise often.
Bye, guys. Miss you. Love you all.